What's good, yo? It's your boy JP, and we are back with another video. This time we're reacting to Andrew Tate versus XQC. Is a popular, viral debate going on, so we're about to listen.
This. This whole panel is strange. I don't know. I'm trying to pinpoint the accent.
Energy is tense.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've walked into a police interview. That's weird.
That's why I said to Aiden, I said, if you ever want to bring him in, he might feel like he's getting ambushed.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because obviously Twitch is an online community, right? But I live in the real world. I'm not from this. People, especially people who destroy you, expect say, no, Andrew, can you please introduce yourself? You don't commentate. Like it's just an internet. It's weird.
What do you mean by destroy? You mean like beat his ass or like mentally destroyed?
Like they all talk to each other with respect. I think that's how I'm at to start interacting with each other.
In my opinion, wouldn't you say that from respect man, it would be not making me formal and you just understand what I mean, right?
I think
get what I mean, right? Yo, man, where you from?
I think that
be hello, sir. Can you please tell me where you're from, sir? Is that what you mean?
No, I think that being polite, being formal, is something
I think I would think what I just softened my voice and I said, hey man, where you from? Try to pinpoint the accent.
Okay, well that's not how it sounded. So hey, stop. Well, tell me where you're from.
So I have a deep voice, so people take it the wrong way very often.
Yeah, that's the thing. He gets people getting real mad at him for that.
Just some advice for the real world. Anyway,
I have one foot in the real world, brother.
only one.
Only one foot in, one foot out.
I'm half British, and I am half American. That's what he asked.
Alright, let's get to the debate.
The woman thinks about it. Right about it, and you get out that you're wrong.
Study. Oh yeah, the internet.
Which when you want to bring it, shut up, face value. Yeah.
You have something specific you disagree with me on.
Oh yeah, most of the women think about it.
It has to be specific. The burden of proof is on you. So.
Oh no, lose it most of them.
Oh yeah, you can't say literally most of them. It's the court of law. You have a judge who can't run everything. You have to come along with things you can just agree with and give your argument as to why it's not true. You can't just say I
can't drive.
Women can't drive with one of them. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So you don't think that men are overall better drivers?
No.
So when you see,
Well, I mean, you can't really determine that throughout the world unless you be with everyone. But overall, due to the insurance rates, women have it lower, so you could say they are better, but at the same time, you don't really know.
then that's your opinion. What's the argument?
Like I said, it's not that to be an opinion, right? That is your anecdotal evidence, like kind of a bias, right? But when you want to bring out things like women can't drive, you're going to go with stats, and your stats are off. You're just wrong about it.
Well, everyone is firstly, we talk about bias. It's absolutely everybody's biased to their own personal experiences, right? If I've been in 5 car crashes and all 5 of them were driven by women by coincidence, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to be women are less capable.
Okay, well,
Your own biases. First,
Okay.
bias.
okay, and then like a natural, good, educated human being, you're probably going to find some study. That maybe you're right about it, and then you're going to figure out that you're wrong.
Study. Oh yeah, the internet study. Oh, why didn't I think of just following the internet study and not?
You're right, because we could have gone like a Tate experiment.
Why do I do all my own personal experience and obey the internet study and get my 5th injection and just do everything the internet says?
You're
I
right.
have personal experiences. Females are capable of driving as males.
Yes, yes, it is.
Science, some shit with physics. Why go to the internet and talk to experts? Let's Tate's experience on it, and we'll have the answer to it, right? You're talking about. So I know excellence matters.
See, this is how he already has lost the debate because he has gotten emotional and he's getting insulting, man. And it's already over. It's already over. Due to you talk about the internet studies. See, the problem with the internet studies is, and you can say that I'll use this for example. The news say it's about to rain today, but you go out and experience it. Because remember, you're watching TV. You're watching someone basically through a TV screen telling you something, right? Or you're reading something online. But when you go out in real life It's different because the internet, it's like Instagram. Someone's posting like, for example, like an Instagram couple posting like they have the best relationship, everything, but then you go in real life, you find out that the girl stabbed the guy's beating up the girl, the girl lit the guy on fire in his sleep. Like, you don't believe what's on the internet, even though the study, yeah, could be for a majority, like overall, it's probably gonna be more accurate, but it's accurate. It's like a scale. It's not like this is correct. It's like, nah, it's not correct. That's not the real world because you cannot analyze every single person on the earth. It's like if 10 people go in the hotel and it was five guys and five girls, and then all the hotel rooms are trashed, but it happens to be that the guys trash the girls' hotel rooms too. You can't say that, okay, guys and girls trash hotel rooms. Like, no, like when you have the real life experience, it's completely different. So that's the reason why he's like, yo, the internet study, what you have to go deeper in to understand it.
It's fine. That's what Twitch does. It's very different in person. Wow, that part's not true.
This man's bank is getting nicely paid.
That's fine. That's given. For my personal experiences, like,
But even what he said right there, it's like people can talk crazy over the internet, but in real life it's different. So it's like there could be a statistic out there like people on the internet talk crazy, talk very crazy, but in person they really don't. So it's like, they're talking crazy online? Sure, that's why it's accurate online, but in real life, which is the real world where you can get the true, that's basically where the true study is, your actual experience. That's the truth.
my personal experiences dictate to me, as all of your personal experiences dictate to you, certain realities about the earth. And in my personal experience, every car crash I've been in, every time my car's been hit, the worst parking I've ever seen has always been by a female. Now, I'm not saying females are bad people. I'm saying they're better than men at other things. Men have, if you want to talk about internet studies, because you seem to believe internet studies for some reason, even though you can give me lies, you can give me big lies, you can give me statistics.
Don't dish Gallups. They're one topic at a time.
No, studies are the biggest lies on earth. But if you want to talk about studies, it's been proven that females do not have the same kind of spatial awareness that men have. They do not have the reaction times that men have. They've not evolved. This has been studied and found. You want to talk about studies?
Yet, males cause more crash accidents on the road than women.
Cool. So we have
So they have less tool. You explain. Yeah, they cause more accidents, but from your experience, they cause more accidents. So you're right. So you are right.
correct. And we have studies that conflict. We have studies that conflict. And in my personal experience, I feel safer when a man is driving me than if a woman is driving me. That's my personal experience. If you want to sit here hoping, saying women are driving, you might get a girl, that's your decision. But in my personal experiences, that's not the case. I don't know why we're going to sit here and argue about it.
Perfect. In that case, then what you're saying is that since you're such a smart being, you go to the casino and there's 60% red squared and 40% black ones, right? 60-40. You should bet on the 40% black ones because that's how you're going to make money. According to your analysis of these stats, right?
I don't truly understand that.
That is simple. It's very simple. Like I just said, according to your interpretation of the stats on the internet or whatever, right? You would bet on the 40% outcome instead of 60%. And you're saying it's a certain bet.
Bro, I know, and I mean this with respect. I know the internet's your life, right? I don't use the internet for stats when I get to a car with a bitch. I don't go and go, okay, well, she's blonde. Let me look up the blonde chicks. Can they drive? I get in the car and I look at her driving and go, this bitch can drive. That's what I do, right? And any man who's honest with himself has been in the car with a chick who's driving on some wild ass, crazy, texting on her phone, risking everyone's life. Every man knows
Yes.
that. I know you can't play it. Okay, you don't want to get controlled, blah, blah, blah. You sit here and say, when you get in a car with a girl, you look up an internet study first. Shut up. Bro, you talk. Bro, anybody?
See the differences. I'm only watching this part. See the differences. He is like, oh, the internet study says this, but then So the guy at the bottom, so XQC, which is not Andrew. So this is XQC right here. The guy in the blue shirt. Andrew Tate's the guy who's not has no shirt on. So this guy's saying that the studies are correct. What he's saying in real life, when you go out there in the real world, like, because if you live on the internet all day, if you're on your phone, everything all day, you don't know what's happening in real world time, real time. So when you're out in real time, that's what he's seeing more often. So he's basing it off what he sees for real. He's basing it off an internet study, which someone had to go out and see. So at the end of the day, it's basically like your real life person experience could be correct too.
Is a bad driver. How the fuck if they're missing both fucking heads, if they're lying, if they're not, if they're white, they're blind, they can't fucking try. I don't think, oh, I'm gonna go to the study. Oh, maybe do this Andrew Tate. They can't fucking try. Let me break it a little bit. Fucking change lane, you know. You gotta have a license.
I'm gonna interject real quick into this one-on-one here, okay? Do all of you guys remember the example I gave about real life, like the real world versus the internet world? Yeah. The example I gave about the word slut. Remember, you guys remember that? Yeah. I think I had that take exactly on point. In the real world, like, I think what Andrew said what he's saying, right? Like, you know, the people get around like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, right? But in the internet world, everyone's very, 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 they're very exact, right? So when Andrew says women are bad drivers, the internet assumes that he's saying all women are bad drivers, women are terrible, women are fucking less than, right? So it just depends here. Are you talking like the real world talking, where we understand what they're saying? Like when a rapper says all these girls are hoes, right? We know it's not saying all women are hoes. We know what he's talking about. When you go to the party, that one chick that's sleeping with all the dudes is a hoe, right? We get that comparison, but we know he's not saying that. So the real question here is, are you talking with the context of the real world only, where you're kind of just making that you're making that generalization, but you don't actually make a generalization? You understand what I'm saying? Or are you actually a sexist? That's the question.
No, that's a very good question, and it's very professionally asked. So I like the way you've asked it. It's very professional. No, you're completely and utterly correct. The way the rapper says that all women are hoes is an absolutely perfect analogy. I'm not saying there's not a female on the planet who can't drive a car. I'm not saying. I'm saying in general. In general. If every man was honest with himself, if you were to ask him, what's the worst driving you've ever seen? What's the most uncomfortable you've ever been in a car? What's the worst parking you've ever seen? What if you were to ask him, and he was honest, and he wasn't on the internet worried about getting canceled, we're trying to be correct, we're looking up statistics, or dumb shit, he'd probably say, I'll take a car this chick once. That, I'm not saying women are bad creatures, I'm not saying all women drive that way. Doesn't mean
There's a lot of good female drivers out there.
I don't think.
But at the same time, I think there's goodness, goodness.
Drive, etc. I'm saying in general, I think that men have faster reaction times, are more interested in cars, we enjoy driving more, we pay more attention than women. That is my experience.
Sort of hop in real quick, okay? The reason I could kind of predict that, Aiden,
All right, hold on.
I was and I explained shit drivers are just
I'm half black, half white, right?
Wait, yes.
I made a joke.
We're going to the next section. That's true.
An hour ago, one of my cousins, who's half my family's black, half my family's white, and he said he wanted to go free diving, dive down in the water, go to no scuba with sharks. And I said, no, that's what white people do that shit. I'm too brown for that. I'm not going to the sharks. I just made a joke. There. Oh no. Cancel me. Who gives a fuck? When I make a statement, bro, listen, when I make a statement, maybe you do, maybe you have all the fucking time in the world to sit in that. But when I make a statement, I don't have time to say, in my personal experience, I don't believe women can drive. However, I understand that some women can drive, and I'm not saying all women can't drive, and I know women who can drive, but in my personal experience, bad driving I've seen was most likely committed by women. I don't talk like a fucking geek. I say women can't drive. Now, geeks like you, cool, whatever. Because geeks don't give a fuck. That's what I say. If it upsets people, tough. That's my personal experience. You have to get the fuck over. That's life. If you want to say I'm a bad communicator, once again, that's your prerogative, but I would disagree. I think I'm very good at communicating. It's the only reason I'm even fucking here. It's the only reason I'm even on the internet. Because when I talk, people listen. So I must do something, right?
I mean, it's easy to dog whistle to like misogynist. That's really easy. It's one of the easiest things out there. Preaching to the choir, that's so easy to get a following from that. You hate women on these points and these points. It's gonna be easy to stack them up like fucking easy. Holy shit! I feel the fucking world of community based on being toxic. It's the easiest thing in the world. Way easier than being good and being nice.
I'm a very good, nice person.
Surely.
By saying that, I think that men are more capable of driving than women. This doesn't make me a bad person or a not nice person. It means that if I car and it's snowing and it's late at night and it's dark, I'm going to drive. I'm not going to let some 18-year-old chick drive. I'm going to fucking drive because I like staying alive. And let me tell you something.
I mean, you were good enough because last time you talked about no accidents or whatever, then you brought stats. You said that, well, it's because of the males that going for accidents because they're young, right? So even if with your own example, right, you would actually prefer having a young female driver, not a young male, according to you. That's what you said last time on the fucking podcast, didn't it? It's exactly what you said. I'm using your words against you. You said that, oh yeah, males do more crashes when you're young because they're young and excited, whatever. You said I would let a young girl drive my car.
Okay.
I'm just saying, because that's about it.
Listen, let me tell you something, my friend. There's a cognitive dissonance. There's some serious damage in the internet for society. I've spoken about it on Tate on this podcast. I spoke about how the internet as a whole has changed the world. I'm old enough to see it. And one of the ways it's changed the world is when there are certain beliefs, there are certain paradigms which are not allowed to become true, certain parameters which are set by the matrix, which must pretend certain things are true. People ignore their own eyes, their own ears, because they are afraid of upsetting the matrix. My point is that a person like you, I mean this is respect, I'm not here to argue with you, this is a professional debate. A person like you, whose entire income, personality, his importance, ego, everything relies on a Twitch account. If you lose it, you ain't shit. If you lose it, you ain't shit. And the problem is that you could be in 10 car crashes driven by 10 different women, and you will still not come here and say that you can't drive to women because you are afraid. You are not non-biased. You are sitting here inside of parameters that you must conform to and don't exist. I don't give a fuck.
See, that's the reason why he's able to be free. See, it's like working a job. You work a job, if you get fired, then I gotta get another one. Now your bills are at risk. But if you have a business of your own, for example, you cannot get fired. Or if you have multiple sources of income, if you lose, if you have 10 and you lose 2, you're not mad. You still got 8 left, and you're still gonna be financially well off. See, that's the problem. Is he's basically saying that you're stuck like this. That's the reason why he believes what he says. That's the reason why he believes. That's the reason why XQC believes what he's saying about the woman driving, because he's gonna have to defend that because he wants to look good for the internet, or else he won't get monetized, he won't get paid, he won't be able to feed his family, etc., etc., etc. So I understand where he's coming from. At the same time, as Andrew Tate's not relying on that, so that's why he can be free. So there you go.
Matrix and the things, whatever the fuck, but the only reason why you're relevant and cool in the real world because you have money. Talk about the Matrix, the fucking currency, and you didn't use the top to do that, and it makes you more important than everyone about that in society.
I'm not only talking about money. I'm talking about money to amplify. Money alone will not be significant for important. I talk about how money will amplify. That was before I was rich. I was the man before I was rich, and then I got rich on top. That's what that is amplified. That's all it's done. That's changed who I am. There's plenty of people with lots of money who ain't shit.
Okay, so because of the people of my message, it's Twitch, it's devalidated.
It's not that it's devalued at all, my friend. I think that Twitch is fantastic. You know what I mean? And there's lots and lots of people, and I'm here on Twitch as well myself. My point is they do exist inside of parameters. The people who rely on the system will always fight to defend the system. The parameters are set in a way in which you cannot be completely and utterly honest, even if your personal experience tells you so. We don't even have to talk about driving. We talk about anything. We talk about the last 3 years. When you walk around and see a single sick person, you have to pretend you're supposed to be scared inside of your house because the parameters have told you, say anything else, you lose your entire life. And your life will lie. This is the reality. Not most people are not just what they think.
Okay, this works both ways though. It's not because you have harsher takes and crazier takes. This doesn't apply to you. I feel like You preach to the choir to fucking incel. Literally, that's like your bread and butter. Wait, isn't that you? So by extent, you try not to go against these opinions because you're gonna lose these people. That's just how it is.
So that's an interesting point of view. We'll go into it in a second. First things first, I want to clarify, because as I said, our professional debate. My takes are not harsh or extreme. Every single man, every single sports club, every single football team, every single group of men sitting around having a drink will make a joke about how women can't drive. Every single fucking one. So to sit here and pretend I have some extreme view is bullshit. It may be extreme on the internet where people are afraid.
Go to the internet, like that.
Oh my god, this is getting weird. Hold on.
I'm trying to find the part.
Oh my god, why are you so
Where's the section? Anyways, I'll just talk about it. So, what's gonna have it here? So basically, let me just expand my screen so I can just talk now. Because button this stop working. So basically, what I'm trying to say is to close this off is basically the last section of the debate. The other guy was saying to Andrew Tate, he's like, yo, no, someone asked a question. I think it was someone Andrew Tate asked him a question. He was like, yo, if an intruder breaks in the house, who goes downstairs? You or your woman? And the guy said, oh, nobody. Everyone's looking around like, what do you mean nobody goes downstairs? Like, you're the man, go downstairs. And the guy's like, oh, he has a weapon, that's why he broke in the house. And then after they told him, yo, I have a weapon, so why are you not going downstairs? And the guy said, my point is not to defend or protect, it's to survive. The guy was basically saying, men don't need to protect their women. We need to survive. I said, bro, that's incorrect. It's like, you're getting in a relationship, you have to protect your woman. You have to protect your family. Sense of XQC or QCX or whatever his name is. This the whole point, bro. It's like you're not really clocking. You're not clocking what's going on in the real world. That's what I'm saying. You're basically sitting behind the screen. I'm behind the screen too, but at the same time, you're sitting behind the screen, not even in the real world. So it's just like you're gonna mash up. You're done, fam. You're done. At the end of the day, it is what it is. That was a good debate. What do you guys think? Comment section. To be honest, Andrew Tate won the debate. There's no discussion. At the end of the day, if someone's trying to teach you something, they're not trying to be nice to you. They're trying to show you how to do something. And if you take offense to it, then you gotta get over it because they're just trying to tell you something. Oh, this is what it is. And they can be screaming to you, whatever. Like if they say the sky is blue, they say the sky is fucking blue. It's like, yo, it doesn't matter what it's telling you. Anyways, it's your boy JP and we are out.